Since neither of us comes from a farming background, I think we're kind of like peas in a pod, even though we didn't realize it at the time. We have a lot to do and need to get everything done every day. So more than just the kids are counting on us. In November 2018, Britain was captivated by the sweet story of a Yorkshire Shepherd couple named Amender and Clive, who lived on our Yorkshire farm with their children. But beneath the surface of their idyllic life lay the shocking news that Amanda and Clive were splitting up shocked their fans and showed flaws in their relationship that no one saw coming. Their once unbreakable bond was torn apart by hidden struggles and mounting problems, leaving behind broken dreams and unanswered questions. Join us as we look into the tragic story of Clen Amanda Rowen from our Yorkshire farm and reveal the struggles and heartache that tore them apart. The story of how Clive and Amanda Rowen met is one of chance meetings and Amanda's brave first move. Their paths crossed when Amanda, a former model from Huddersfield, knocked on Clive's door at Ravenseat Farm. Amanda was doing odd jobs on farms and, in 1995, when she was only 21, went to Clive's farm and asked for a favor. Clive, who was 42 years old and divorced at the time, was immediately struck by Amanda's presence. Amanda had come to borrow a male sheep. The request started their relationship as Amanda started helping out on the farm. She and Clive slowly got to know each other. They both came from non-farming backgrounds, but found things they had in common that helped deepen their connection, even though they were 21 years apart in age. Over time, Clive and Amanda's connection grew stronger, and they got married in 2005, years after their first meeting. For those interested in Amanda and Clive's rural lifestyle, knowing about Gap. Anyone who lives on a farm 2 hours from the nearest hospital knows Amanda's story of unusual births. She has given birth 4 times in countryside labs because of her fast labors and midwives not being able to get to their home for births. Amanda chose a free birth for her 8th child, trusting her experience with farm animals to help her give birth without medical help. Even though her midwife told her not to, Amanda and Clive had already made a lot of TV appearances before our Yorkshire farm. Viewers could admire Amanda and Clive's life as they raised their 9 children in the remote Upper Swale. Their journey was shown in the 2011 ITV series The Dales with Ade Edmondson, and they also appeared on shows like Coast to Coast with Julia Bradbury and Now Lives in the Wild with Ben Fogle. But their big break came in 2018. That year, CL and Amanda Rowen became famous all over Britain when the first episode of their show Our Yorkshire Farm aired on Channel 5. The show gave viewers an inside look at the lives of the Owen family and captured people's hearts with a real portrayal of rural life in the heart of Yorkshire. Little did they know that the show that made Amanda and Clive Owen famous and made them a lot of money would soon cause their family to fall apart. What at first seemed like a blessing started to show hidden strains as the pressures of public attention put a strain on the Owens' life and intense scrutiny started to wear them down. The platform that made them famous now cast long shadows over their personal lives. Beneath the pretty surface, there were a series of problems that got worse over time and eventually brought down the couple's rise to fame, including their finances. While they were more famous and stable, they were also under a lot of pressure to keep up with the demands of maintaining their public image and the relentless scrutiny of their private lives. This put a huge strain on their relationship as they tried to balance their family life with the public's expectations, which the show made more difficult. Schedules and cameras following them around all the time messed up their daily lives and made problems worse. The constant media attention and the intense pressure to keep up their carefully crafted image led to growing tension between Amanda and Clive, even though they tried to handle these problems. The strain was too much, along with outside pressures, personal struggles, and handling a big family on a remote farm added to their stress, and being cut off from support networks and the constant demands of their public and private lives hurt their marriage. Fame brought them many opportunities, but it also put more stress on Clive and Amanda's relationship and family life. Eventually, after 22 years of marriage, they announced they were splitting up in 2022, which was a huge success for our Yorkshire Farm, brought unexpected problems and stresses into the Owens' lives. The show became very popular very quickly, making the family famous almost overnight. Going from living a private life to being watched by the public all the time put stress on their relationship. While the show gave them a chance to share their way of life and connect with viewers, it also brought about new problems. None of them were fully ready to deal with it. Clive, in particular, had a hard time adjusting to being famous and the demands that came with it. It made his insecurities worse and led to behavior that hurt his relationship with Amanda. In an appearance on Lorraine, Clive admitted that his actions and inability to deal with the changes that came with their fame caused his marriage to fall apart. Handling the situation badly led to the end of their relationship. I was a big reason why the relationship ended, and I behaved badly toward her, because I should have been supporting her, but I was doing the opposite. Amanda has also been honest about their relationship, saying that if they had been perfect partners, they wouldn't have broken up. She stressed the reality of their situation and the need to move on for the sake of their 9 children. Even though they are no longer together, Amanda and Clive have stayed committed to their family and continue to co-parent effectively, as Clive and Amanda continue to share. There are upcoming TV shows about their lives, and their story is still a powerful reminder of how hard it can be to balance public and private lives. The farming couple had 9 children, all of whom have been on the show and are often featured on Amanda's Instagram. Their oldest daughter, Raven, who is 21 years old, looks just like a mother but has spent most of the last few years studying hard. Raven studied biology at York St. John University and graduated with first-class honors in 2023. After graduation, she went back to Ravenseed Farm to help her family during the busy lambing season, even though she had schoolwork to do. Raven has a strong connection to her family's farming life and is still an important part of their day-to-day operations. She is probably the most popular Owen kid. Reuben is often seen working with his father Clive on Amanda's Instagram page. Reuben's love of mechanics led him to leave home at age 16 to become an apprentice in the field. He has since started his own digging business, RN Contracting, which is registered at the family home of Ravenseed. Miles, 16, wants to be a farmer and loves helping out on the farm. Miles's flock of sheep shows how dedicated he is to farming life. Amanda has said that Miles is shy and prefers to stay out of the limelight, even though his contributions to the farm are important and his quiet determination is a valuable asset to the family. Edith, 14, also avoids the spotlight, but she stunned fans last year with a beautiful family photo where people on Instagram couldn't stop talking about how much she looked like her mother and how much she had grown since she was last seen on TV. Edith's presence, while subtle, adds to the family's charm. Violet, 12, has become a fan favorite and has gained confidence since the show started. She's known for being brave and willing to try new things. One memorable moment was when she stopped Carrara the cow from eating socks, which made everyone laugh. A unique part of the Owen family. 11-year-old Sydney wants to be a farmer like his older brother Reuben. He's currently training his own sheepdog and taking care of a flock of sheep. Outside of farming, Sydney loves finding fossils, pebbles, and clay artifacts on the farm, and his interest in and excitement about farm life make him an interesting guest on the show. Anas, 8 years old, is close to her younger siblings Clementine and Nancy. Amanda often posts updates about Anas on her Instagram page. In 2021, Amanda scolded her for cutting corners while checking on the. Annis is still a dedicated helper and is learning the ropes of farm life with her siblings. When 7-year-old Clem made her TV debut, she made viewers very happy with her cheeky antics and get her attitude, which made her a fan favorite. Clem regularly helps her mother with day-to-day tasks on the farm and loves watching birds. In 2021, viewers were thrilled to see Clem reach a big milestone by starting school. Nancy, the youngest of the Owen children, is 6 years old and often provides some of the show's cutest moments. Amanda didn't know she was pregnant until she was 6 months along, and Nancy's joyous presence and ability to bring happiness to both family and viewers make her a beloved member of our Yorkshire Farm. When Amanda and Clive Owen decided to split up, their children reacted with a surprising amount of acceptance. Reuben Owen, their oldest son, talked about how the family dealt with the news. Reuben said that Amanda and Clive called a family meeting to tell their 9 children about the split, even though it could cause problems. Reuben said that the split wasn't seen as a big deal among the siblings in Anne. In the interview, Reuben said that the family dynamics stayed mostly the same and that everyone was still getting along. He also said that the divorce was easy and that both parents were happy with the new arrangement. Reuben also said that his younger siblings weren't too upset about the divorce and were able to easily adjust to spending time at both of their parents' homes. Summed up the family's view by pointing out their focus on happiness, saying that the kids only care about Amanda and Clive being happy. He made it clear that the family has adjusted to the new situation and continues to support each other, putting the health and happiness of both parents first. After meeting all N91 children, there are 2 other Owen children that you. Behind the seemingly perfect Owen family, there are other members who have rarely been talked about. Clove Owen, the family patriarch, has 2 children from a previous marriage, a daughter named Rosie and a son whose name has never been revealed. Rosie was born during Clive's first marriage to Greta Watson and spent her childhood on Raven. Rosie and her brother were raised by Clive and Greta on Seed Farm, the same beautiful setting that is now famous from the TV show. Their relationship deteriorated, and they got divorced. After the divorce, Greta moved with the kids to Stephen in Cumbria, only a short distance from their old home, so they could stay close to their dad despite the distance. Rosie's relationship with Clive became strained after the divorce. She visited Ravenseed on the weekends and met Amanda, Clive's ex-girlfriend, who is now his wife, when she was very young. Rosie remembers that her mother arranged the meeting, which she described as friendly and without any problems. She went to Clive and Amanda's wedding when she was 13 years old in 2000, but she was afraid of losing her father to his new family. After the wedding, Rosie stopped visiting Raven more and more, and she says that Clive never asked her why she stopped going. In 2018, Rosie got married to Clive and walked her down the aisle, even though they had a tense relationship, especially with Clive. Did not give a speech at the wedding and reportedly left early because Amanda wasn't invited. Currently, Rosie works as a borer and is a mother of 3 children. Even though she and her father aren't together anymore, Rosie wants to make up with him but isn't sure if that's possible. The Owen family's honesty struck a chord with viewers for 5 seasons. Viewers were enamored with the show because it honestly showed a way of life that is often romanticized but rarely seen in such detail. The children's work on the farm, the family's strength, and the beautiful scenery of the Yorkshire Dales made our Yorkshire Farm a huge hit. Unfortunately, when the couple announced they were splitting up, Channel 5 also canceled the show. The Owen family continued to do well, taking advantage of different opportunities that came their way after the end of our Yorkshire Farm. There was a short-lived spin-off series with Clive Owen. It was called Beyond the Yorkshire Farm and followed Clive and his 18-year-old son Reuben as they started a new business together, a digging business. On Farm, viewers saw how the father and son worked to start and grow their business in the Yorkshire Dales. However, Clive quit the show after only 3 episodes because he thought it was too hard for Reuben to handle everything after their divorce. Most recently, Reuben Owen has returned with his own 6-part TV series after the original was cancelled. The new show, Reuben Owen Life in the Dales, premiered on Channel 5 on March 28, 2024. It follows Reuben and his best friends Tommy and Sarah as they run a heavy plant machinery business in a remote village in the Yorkshire Dales. Reuben has been skilled with machinery since he was a child and was called a machinery wizard for his ability to fix tractors by the time he was 11. After leaving school, he followed his passion and started his own business, which is now the focus of his TV show Reuben Owen Life in the Dales. The show showed not only Reuben's technical skills but also the strong friendships and determination that helped them run their business in the beautiful but difficult Yorkshire Dales. While there hasn't been an official announcement about Amanda Rowen's new show, she is still enjoying a number of lucrative deals and has a net worth of over £1 million. Amanda, who is known as the Yorkshire Shepherdess, has gone beyond the show too. Amanda has become famous in her own right. In addition to farming, she regularly appears on daytime TV shows, has written 5 successful books, and is currently on a UK theatre where she does live talks. Her financial success isn't a surprise, since she makes an estimated £250,000 a year from appearances on TV shows, Instagram endorsements, and book sales. Reports say Amanda has more than doubled her earnings since she first started writing. Amanda's writing career began in 2014 with her first farming book. In 2015, Dalesman magazine named her Yorkshire Woman of the Year. In 2016, her second book came out, and in 2019, her third book became a bestseller. In 2021, Amanda continued to write. Amanda Rowen wrote 2 more books about the seasons and stories from the farm. In fact, the idea for the show came about after she became famous for her books as the Yorkshire Shepherdess. Her unique perspective on the idyllic but difficult life of shepherding in the Yorkshire Dales caught the attention of TV producers who saw the potential for an interesting documentary series. Amanda and her family's story was brought to a wider audience by Channel 5. We're not tending to farm duties. Amanda and a family make occasional appearances on TV shows like ITV's This Morning, where they share family recipes or talk about farming traditions with experts. While all of these talk show appearances are great, it wouldn't be fair to say that fans of the Yorkshire Shepherdess eagerly await any. As fans of Our Yorkshire Farm continue to wish for Amanda and Clive Owen to get back together, the couple has happily moved on with their lives. Amanda is now dating businessman Robert Davies, whom she has known for 5 years. The two are seen together more often and travel together. Roberts runs a web design agency. I met Amanda and her ex-husband Clive while helping them with their farming business's online presence. In a recent interview, Amanda gave a practical view of her and Clive's relationship, saying that ending it was the best thing for them. She acknowledged that their situation is not unique, attributing the breakup to different pressures, but they made it clear that their 9 children are still their top priority. According to a friend, Clive too has accepted Amanda's new relationship and is focused on moving forward. Clive had a rough start but has since moved on. Both Amanda and Clive are now focusing on their own futures while continuing to co-parent their children. Fame often makes stress worse by turning private struggles into public spectacles. For Amanda and Clive, the success that once brought them joy turned into a source of exhaustion and alienation, with unwanted attention and the need to constantly project an idealized version of themselves. Intimacy and understanding were hard to come by in their lives. In the end, the fame that made them famous also weakened their relationship and made their personal problems worse. Watching our Yorkshire farm may not be the same for many, but fans can't wait to see what the Owen family does next. From Amanda's growing media career to the kids' individual pursuits and new ventures. The Owens continue to make viewers happy with their charm and dedication to their rural lifestyle.